Hey guys, this is Lawrence here with Inside Gaming, and I'm here with Teej checking out Transformers Fall of Cybertron. You mentioned that there were basically 3 or 4 points that you really wanted to hit with this game. What are those?
Well, for us, the gameplay had to be a unique experience for every single character that you're playing as. The visuals had to be the thing that you tell your friends about, and the AI system really had to embrace Transformers and be, well, let's just call it transforming AI.
Another thing that I noticed in the demo was you guys really, there's a crazy sense of scale in this game. There's just crap blowing up everywhere, levels are huge. Where did you get the idea for such a sense of scale? Was it kind of a one-upsmanship?
Well, that's a good question. The Cybertron itself, its planet, when we did War for Cybertron, our goal was to kind of make a world that was bigger than big. And for us, I guess maybe one-upsmanship is a good example because it was doing it to ourselves, right? So there are levels that are huge. I mean, just the size and scope of them is huge. And part of that's inherent in that you have vehicles, you need big spaces. But you also have some pretty big playable characters too. So some of the characters that you're playing as really change your perspective on the world when you're seeing it from the eyes of somebody who's 80 feet tall.
It's good that you mentioned that because I gotta say my favorite part of the demo was Metroplex, the city-sized transformer. Just one quick question, if Metroplex was an actual toy, how much do you think it would cost?
Well, actually, Metroplex was a toy way back in the day, and you're probably going to drop $200 or $300 if you wanted to buy it right now. But Metroplex is a city-sized transformer. He is controlled by Optimus, and so when you're playing through the level, you get to interact with him, and he's super cool, stomping across the battlefield. You keep craning up and up and up and up until you finally get to the top of him.
Oh, that's crazy. There was another big addition with multiplayer. What was that?
If you ask any Transformers fan what they really want, it's create their own Transformer. Customize their abilities to make my own special Transformer. And we said, okay, well, War for Cybertron, we barely pranged off the side of that. We're not going to go to 2.0. We're going to go to 5 blades. We're going to make this the most amazing system we can, and then we're going to go 20% further than that. And so what we're delivering, where you can really create your own Transformer, everybody's cut up into multiple parts, and you can choose the pieces to make your Transformer, which is different than mine, right? Because you have your own perfect one that you want to make. We just let you do it. We just pulled out everything we could, give it to you.
Right on. So in War for Cybertron, you basically had 2 separate campaigns. You did all your Autobot and then all your Decepticon, or the other way around. You're doing it a little different in Fall of Cybertron. How did you change that up?
That was one of the really big decisions that we made this time around. Last game was a Autobot story and a Decepticon story. This is a story about Cybertron. So it's a single interwoven campaign. Sometimes you're playing as an Autobot, sometimes you're playing as a Decepticon. We spent a lot of time and effort kind of during those character transitions as you move from one character to another. Not just so you understand emotionally what's going on, but also gameplay-wise, because everybody's got really unique features that they're doing. It was a big change for us, but I think one that really allowed us to tell a better story when I knew what order you were going to experience it in.
Okay, I want you to give me a 30-second pitch kind of in 2 different ways. First one is, I'm the guy that spends 3 hours a day editing the Wikipedia article about Transformers. Why should I get this game?
Okay. Well, okay, so for you, the ultra fan of Transformers, right? This is, first of all, the High Moon's brand means something to you. What you got on War for Cybertron, on every Transformer fan I've asked has been thrilled with what they got, and all the nostalgia, all the lore, authenticity, it's all there in spades. Plus, we added a whole bunch of new characters, including Grimlock, one of the most beloved. Well, okay, I say that because he's my favorite. Most beloved Transformers of all time. We're taking you to Metroplex, as you mentioned. You get to see Bruticus, which we didn't even talk about yet. They're the characters that you have imagined for 20 years. You get to play as them. That was more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be the longer one. Okay. The second one is, I've never seen Transformers in my life, and I think Michael Bay's an asshole. How am I going to buy this game?
Well, I think what you're going to see when you see the game and you're going to talk to your friends about it is the gameplay experience where every level is custom crafted around these cool abilities, and the fact that transformation, which is really unique to this game, that you can be a vehicle whenever you want, is so embraced, so integrated into the level design that there's no parallel in terms of other games that you're going to see on the market. And then the last one, that's probably the most important, is there's Grimlock's in the game. He's a space T-Rex. He shoots fire out his breath. You don't need to like Transformers to want to be a space T-Rex.
Okay. I'm going to be the first person on the internet to ever do this, but I think I found a hole in Transformers logic. So Grimlock is a space T-Rex, right? Right. And the Transformers turn into objects to kind of hide their appearance on Earth, right?
Right.
So why does a robot that has never been to Earth turn into a T-Rex, which is local to Earth?
I got it. I got you. First of all, just real clear, no time travel,
Okay.
no alternate dimensions.
Okay.
Okay. But what happens in their story is they discover Earth, except this whole story, the entirety of Fall of Cybertron, takes place about 70 million years ago, Earth time. So when they see Earth, they see Dinobot shapes.
Oh,
and when they, did I just blow your mind?
blew
Did I
it.
just
You got
just do crazy? So what they see on Earth and these shapes that they see, they mimic these shapes. That's a pretty long story, but it all has to do with Shockwave. He's the guy who actually turns them into the Dinobots. But those shapes are all kind of well before humans were even stomping around.
True enough. All right, Teach, thanks for showing us the game. When does it come out?
We're coming out fall 2012, 360 and PS3.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.